Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 25 of my Escort Resto mod. Let me just take you to where we were before. In the last video I put this patch on and I did not show you guys me spraying it, but anyway, I sprayed with a bit of a grey primer on there, an etch-based primer, just to protect the rust, because I'm sure there had been surface rust on there by now, because it's been a while since I got back to this car. And I'm going to carry on with this section now here. I'm not going to show too much of the manufacturing of this and things like this. I'm just going to manufacture it, show you the individual pieces, and then I'll fit it in here. And before we go any further, I'd like to wish all my subscribers and those that are not subscribed, that's watch my videos, a very prosperous 2026. All of the best to you and your family. Enjoy this video. Alright, so far I put in 2 plates. This was the first one here, went there, and then the second one is just the strip here in front of this hinge point here. See, there's a little pit mark there. I'll close that thing up now. So yeah, I'm going to carry on now down. Like I said, I'm not going to show much. I'll just show you every time the little progress that I've made. So I put this one in now. So this edge is now totally closed. Didn't come out too bad. And I obviously split this here, so I could do this cutaway for the door bolts, you know, for the hinges. So the other piece will obviously now come down here, and then it will close it off. Then I'll have my squares for the door hinges. So it will come down here and then around, and then obviously here. This will have to do in different segments. It won't be like one go. Let me just put this light on quickly. This won't be one go because this is broader on top here and this is narrower down here, so it kind of tapers down, so I won't be able to do that in one go. So this will probably have like different sections like this, maybe 2 or 3 sections. Yeah, see, when I was busy, I see a hole broke through there, but that I'll sort out just now. And then this will obviously weld down on this edge here, and maybe I'll put a blob there also. I'll weld there also. That is just to make this and this be one, you know what I mean, instead of having this neck, instead of having this just on the outside of that. All of this here, all of these here are welded to this A-pillar. This outer skin is welded to the A-pillar skin here. So with this one now, like even on this joint here, that's welded to that. You can actually see there's a bit of weld there. So I'm going to now weld down here, and I'll weld there to secure the two to each other so they can be stronger, obviously. And then I'll carry on with this section here. So I got another one in, this one here. It's all bent up. See, this is all too long here, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's just a quick trim with a grinder. At the very end, I'm gonna just put a piece in here. I actually forgot to have a cutaway for this piece, so I'd actually have to make a small piece to fit inside here, but okay, that's not an issue. This piece is in. It's all unified now. I'm gonna just put this piece in. This is the piece here this is what it looks like prior to me putting it on. It's all bent already, you know, to go like there. And then I must get, you can see I got a line here. That line is for this seam here. And like I said earlier, I weld these parts to this A-post, and you can see there, this is welded there. So that's solid over there. So this is what the piece looks like prior to me putting it on. Obviously I finessed it. Once I bend it, then I finessed it a bit more to fit perfect. But I'm going to bend this one now, and I'm going to fit it there. Then I'll show you before I weld it on. Alright, so this one I got now my 90 to it. It's it's not complete yet, but if I put it there, then you can see the seam here for the rubber is virtually correct. If you look on the inside, you can see it is touching the original lip there. And if you look at this section here, you can see it's virtually where it has to be on this bend here, like that. So it's a little bit long, obviously. All I must do is I just take a grinder, then I slice this down here, and then that will be on point. What I basically do is, because of this welds here, I basically leave a gap, something like that there, and then I weld this to the A post there and to this plate as well, just to give it extra strength. And in this case, I'm obviously not going to weld at the bottom because I must still do this section here. So I'll just weld here. I'll just weld on top there. Obviously, then, like I said, I'll cut this down here with a grinder, and then weld this section, and weld at the bottom. Alright, I'm going to do that now, and then I'll show you the end result. So that is it in position there. I'm holding it with that vice grips. That's all in line. This is all in line. You can see the gap there, and that's what I'll weld closed. Then it will automatically bind to the A post. Then I'll weld that top section, like I said, and then trim the side, and then the side here, and then weld that. Okay. Right, so there we go. This section is in. You can see there where I welded that down. I'm gonna just clean up that holes a little bit more there, because some weld went into there, but I don't think that really matters, because I mean it's only like a 8mm bolt in metric, which is, I don't know, 7/16. I'm not too sure, guys, so don't know, hold me to it. But anyway, there's over enough space here. I'll probably just neaten up a little bit, but I don't think it really matters. This is all done here now. This is all joined up. That's joined. I'm gonna just put this piece in here now, which I'm gonna do, and then I'll put it give it a coat of gray primer, and then tackle the next section. Alright, so that's that. That's all in and welded up. That you can see there, I put in that piece there, and I got that edge there for the rubber. So everything is welded up and cleaned. Didn't come out too bad. There's a little pit marks here and there, but I'm not going to be too bothered with that. I'm going to put a thin layer of body full on here when the time comes, and I think she should be good to go. So yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of gray primer on here just to preserve this, and then think what my next move is going to be. Okay, so that's it. All protected. I really don't know what's my next move. I don't know if I'm going to tackle this corner or if I must go up here. Either way, there's a lot of work lying ahead for me. Okay. Alright, let's decide. Alright, enough of the panel van for now in this video. Let me show you my treasure that I bought. Yeah, so I bought this gremlin here because I need some of these parts for my projects. If you've been following it, you know all the parts that I need. Like this part in front here, this front valance, It's dented. It is a 50 odd year old car, 40 odd year old car, but it's better than my one. So I want to make use of this front valance. I'm going to repair it before I install into my car, and then just cut it out. Also, that support at the bottom of mine is quite dented and busted, so that will be handy. And remove my fender, my passenger side fender. This is what this passenger side fender looks like. It looks good on the outside, but I don't know what it's going to look like on the inside. But I'll check that out after I cut it up. Probably end up cutting it somewhere here, trying to save this areas here. Same this side here. So it looks good from the outside, but I don't know what it looks like down below. But certainly better than my car's one. I can actually see and feel that this is actually quite solid. Yeah, and we're all familiar with this lot already on these cars. So this is done. This is scrap here. But the fender itself is not too bad. But this is a Mark II fender, and we know the panel van is a blend between a Mark II and a Mark I. On the inside, this part of mine is relatively corroded, so I'll definitely make use of this. Some of the other, this hole seems a bit bigger, but I think I could be measuring myself because I think they're all the same. See, this side is in a much better state than my one. My one is quite rotten, so I'll definitely be utilizing this areas of the dashboard here. I think mine is quite rotten at the bottom also, and this is actually not too bad here. This side is done for. And at the back, this boot is actually quite solid. I checked it out already because I had this thing on its side. It's dented, it's pushed in a little bit here, but I mean that I can repair. So there's definitely this floor I'll be using, maybe not the whole floor. This back valance is in a much better condition than my one on the RS, so I'll be using this. I'll repair this, like I said, and then use this on the RS. As for the rest, like these corners here, like this is gone already. You can see some heavy patchwork that was done there. Same this side, so this corner is done for. But I'm going to try to save like these ends here, cut this off here and just keep them hanging here by me, because these are corners that normally rot on these cars. So I'll end up repairing them out, suppose, and just hanging there. Maybe I put them up for sale, because I know these corners rot quite a bit on the cars. So I'm going to try to save as much as what I can of this gremlin and utilize it on my projects. So yeah, I'm going to start cutting this up now. Yeah, so I'd hate to be the voice of gloom, guys, although I'm definitely sounding like one. But this is how an Escort rots. This is on the driver's side. This is on the inside, eh? And this is the passenger side. Just as bad. And if you ever wondered what it looks like inside here, let me just put my flash on. That's that bracket on the hinge there. So that is actually welded, because I myself always wondered what's going on inside here. Now you can see those who have Escorts and always wondered what's going on inside there. This is a separate bracket that's welded on the inside here. There. Anyway, they rot spectacularly, guys, but we love them. Okay, so as you saw, I actually managed to get quite a few bits for my projects. In the next video, I will show you what my intentions are and how I'm planning on using them. I threw away a lot of those parts that I said I was going to keep, because they would have just taken up space here. Space is becoming a bit of a commodity here by me right now. I have a tendency to see value in everything, and then they lay around. So yeah, until the next video. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Cheers for now.